Good morning and welcome. It is Sunday the 27th of November. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you're all very, very well. Alright, coming up today is a 3/4 stake day, so 15 quid for today. First race, 12.58 at Auteuil, that I'm sure most people haven't looked at. It's 3 bets. Main bet is a lucky 31, and then we've got some combination doubles on the obvious 2 races in Ireland, and then we've got a little each way tricksy with the leftover bit, again including those 2 races at Ireland. So that is coming up. Before we do that, we'll do the review of yesterday. We'll have a little bit of a state of play of where we're at. And then we'll get into today's bets. But although there's not a lot out there today, I do like these 2 races at Ireland. So hopefully that converts into actually picking horses that make the frame. But from a betting point of view, they are good ones. And particularly if you're a Sky Bet user, if you've got a restricted account, I think you're going to struggle today, because these are the types of bets that bookies don't want to have a lot of money on. Because it really, really pushes up the liabilities. So you might have to get very creative if you're a Sky Bet restricted user. Okay, as far as yesterday goes, I got it as 20 on 668 back, which is not a great return. Wolverhampton had a bit of promise, to be fair, but we didn't make it. So we had this started off here. Only Dorking Boy placed at 33-1. Was anything decent on there, but for the channel we only had 22s. One horse there, and then we had this one. Zoffoli looked like it actually might stay for the place, and then got tied up near the line. So it ended up only being Ardera Rue that placed on that one, so not great on there. So we went into Wolverhampton needing something decent, and we ended up having Visibility place at 18s, River Chorus place at 25s, and the other 3 were 5th or 6th. So 4th would have done us. We just needed one of them to finish 4th, and that would have been enough. But no, it wasn't to be. They were all close enough, and for decent prices, it wasn't far away at all. But it wasn't the day to turn our month. We've got 2 betting days on the channel left to turn the month, so I make it down about 15 for the week. So even though it sort of felt a bit weird this week, because we made money Wednesday and then we sort of lost the other days, we're only down £15. So even though it's sort of a not a great run we're on, the actual losses are mitigated, because it's not like I'm hammering out big stakes and we're losing it all. It's generally smaller stakes. For the month, down 80 quid. So as I've said a few times, the worst month we've had is down 36. So unless something happens today or Wednesday, then we are surely going to have the worst month of the year, which it's got to be one month, isn't it? So there's always got to be a month that's the worst one. I'm to be fair, I'm pretty surprised it's taken this long to have a month that's come out with this profit and loss, because you just never know when it's going to fall. It's a long-term game. And I think of the other, we had 10 months of the year, I think we've made profit on 7, lost on 3, or maybe profit 8 actually. Maybe it's profit on 8, lost on 3, it's lost on 2. So I think something like that. I'll double check that when I go on the video on Wednesday, and I'll confirm that. But we have won on most months, and some of those months have been particularly good, and the ones we've lost have only been small. So yeah, it's not fun, to be honest. I'm happy with the tips I'm putting out, but yeah, it's just no fun, is it? Because I've said it a few times. I'm completely immune to my own losses, right? So I've been doing it long enough. I know how it works. You have long runs and they go badly. I'm just immune to it. It's sort of, if it's my own money and my own bets outside of this channel, it doesn't faze me at all. I could be in a hole in 1 month, but I know overall I'm doing all right. So it just doesn't fuss me. But the pressure of when you doing a channel like this is just so different, because even though people say nice kind things, it's that pressure of, you just want it to go well, because you know other people are following. So if it goes well, it impacts other people, and if it goes badly, it impacts other people. When it's just your own little world, it's only impacting you. It doesn't. For some people they can't get immune. I've been immune a long time, but it's a whole different ball. It's like going back 10 years of my betting life on doing this channel, in terms of how it feels to lose. So, what have we got for today? So, main bet of the day is this. So we're starting the 12.58 Auteuil. There's no extra places on that race. It's a Grade 1 in France. It's a decent betting heat for place money, but I particularly like Kirov at the prices at 12s, so wanted to put it in, but as I said, no extra places. And then we've got the main two races in Ireland, so the 150 at, let me see if we can get it right. Navan. No, I thought in my head I'm like going to say it right today. Navan. No, Navan. Oh, honestly, I don't understand. I've just got some sort of mental block for pronouncing this Irish town correctly. Navan. Navan. Oh, I'm so sorry to any Irish viewers that I'm just completely offending every time I even open my mouth. Anyway, the 150 in Ireland, the road to fame, 40 to 1. Just can't believe how hard it is for my brain to say that word. 220, Death Duty, 14 to 1. Then I got one horse running in the UK, 3 o'clock Carlisle, Juge Air Party, 33 to 1. And then finishing off the 320 at Navan. And maybe I've said that right. 320 at Navan. Navan. I forgot. This is ridiculous. Oh, man. It doesn't matter how many times I practice, I still can't say it right. Anyway, the last race in Ireland, 33 to 1, Champagne Fame. Again, there's no extra places on that one either. So it's a 15 pence each way, lucky 31. Sky are best for this bet. They are offering 6 places on the 2 races here, the big ones in Ireland. And then 4, they're the only bookmaker offering 4 here. But legs 1 and 5 aren't extra places anywhere, so they are standard terms. But what you've got also here is in the 150, you've got, it must be 365 and Paddy are offering 6 places on that race. William Hill are offering 6 on that one. So overall, 365 and Paddy, you'll get a bog across the board. So you won't get it on Ireland. It gets confusing. You'll get a bog for these bottom 4. So 365 are next best, then Paddy, and then William Hill, because you won't get bog with William Hill on accumulators, even though this stuff changes like the wind at the moment. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully I just haven't Navan. I think I've said it. Navan. Oh no. Okay, bet 2. So this is a little each way tricksy. So this was sort of to make it up to £15. So the 150 in Ireland, Yenlick 16s, the 220 in Ireland, Glenlow 25s, and then finishing off with that horse at Carlisle, 3 o'clock Carlisle, Juge Air Party, 33 to 1, 15p each way tricksy, just each way doubles and treble on that. And again, Sky best, then 365, then Paddy, then William Hill. Finishing off combination doubles. So if you haven't already been struggling with a restricted account, this will push it over, I'm sure. So we've got the 150 here, Yenlick 16s, the Road to Fame 40s, and we're adding in Winging a Prayer at 33s. Then we've got the 220, we've added in Egalanti Mons 12s, Death Duty 14s, and Glenlow 25s. 9 times 25p each way doubles. Combination doubles on those 2 races, that is where it's at today. There's some really good prices, place terms, as long as you get it. I mean, most bookies online are 5. If you're not getting 5, just try and avoid it. I mean, it's not that they're bad if you're only getting 4 places, but most bookies are online are paying 5 places on both those races. It's only Sky that's 6 on both, as I said, and then 365 Paddy and William Hill are 6 on one and 5 on the other. So they are preferable bookmakers. But 9 times 25p each way doubles, it's 450 you bet. And Navan, I think I've said it right. Navan. Oh, it's just like, I appreciate people just think I'm an absolute idiot. Like, I mean, probably think I'm an idiot anyway. But there's certain things that my brain can't say out loud, even though I know what I'm supposed to say. It's like, I don't know if it's a dyslexic thing, but yeah, it just, my brain can't say it out loud, even though it is a fairly simple name, and it tends to be Gaelic, I think. Like, yeah, it clearly, although my family heritage is Gaelic, got Gaelic in it. Yeah, my brain doesn't work. Maybe that's where back in the whatever 1800s, my family left Ireland because they got ousted because they couldn't speak the Gaelic properly, and they moved over to live in Scotland. I think maybe that's what happened. Who knows? Anyway, yeah, this wasn't intended to go through my family tree and whatnot. But anywho, I'll leave it there. Good luck today. Let's see if we can turn it. Otherwise, we're down to Wednesday. The key thing is for next week, the all-weather is back, which I am much happier with, because the jumps, just small fields, the ground keeps changing. They haven't run a lot of them. It's tricky stuff. Whereas there is at least, I think, 2 all-weather meetings, probably except Thursday, 2 all-weather meetings every day next week, or there or thereabouts. So we'll see. So I'm back Wednesday. I'll put the stuff in the comment thread about Mondays and Tuesdays, and if I find anything I particularly like for Monday or Tuesday selections, I will flag it in the comments as well. Otherwise, I will see you back on Tuesday night for Wednesday's selections. Thank you very much. Bye bye.